people were following me. Now, whether these people were ghosts or wherever they were, I didn't know. I sat in a bus from Piccadilly all the way down to Oxford Street, was it through Regent Street, all the way down, coming down to heading towards Aldwych areas. And these two guys who were there were three or two guys, I think, in a black suit, coat, long coat. They were sitting just beside me, one in front, one behind, and one on the side. I could look in them and say, "What are these people? Who are these people?" The black guys, dark-looking fellow guys, white people, and they were just sitting by there. But it's a sense of fear, as if it's like I felt protecting me, but why would anybody protect me anyway? But I thought along that way, and these was moments where my whole entire mind has tuned into angelic thoughts. I could easily think of them as angels and things of that nature, because my mind and the experience I've gone through, and realizing that there is a spirit after all. Even though I believe of that existence, I also have always expected to see it for real. Not if they say spirit, the spirit might be there, but I also know that the spirit has the ability to show himself in a physical sense. And so I don't expect to see God in a spirit. How can I see it if spirit is something I can't see? So even if God is spirit, he can be physically, he can represent himself physically as a real physical person for you to see that person, to see him. So if I'm supposed to see him, I'm going to see him physical, real person, and not like let's say a spirit, because I can't see a spirit anyway. So obviously I have to see him that manner. So whatever it is that angelic people might be, or angelic beings might be, I still expect to see them in a physical sense. So that was the whole thought. But also we have also believed with our teachings, the Christian teaching telling us angels have wings, and those revelation teachings which gives you an idea of them having wings and being in the air, and this all have been painted and art has taken form to reveal it, to make it all look as if that is really the truth. It was also something that was eating me up, and it eats people up. I'm not the only one. But to just cut a long story short, I end up back to my residence, no job, still had to look for a job. And I heard voices even at the trip of Lincoln when I was sleeping, which I normally related to my own close blood brother, who sounded that way more. But we are brothers, and sometimes we all sound the same. And since I spoke, I should see it my way, but I rather was considering that it was his voice, rather like he from what I know was somebody who had that deeper sense of voice. I've always heard it that way. I don't know what he has heard of my voice, or what he thinks of my voice. So I told him that it was like his sound of a voice, and I don't know what he thinks from what I tell him, but he never took it. That he knew I was just going through an experience, and maybe it's real that if my brother has got some spiritual power in his own way, that's fine. That's entirely up to him. I don't know that. But I'm always honest about things when I have to. And so that was what was happening. And I spoke to him. I explained what I've gone through. Because Lincoln, in the place I had to settle, was close. Was his wife, his current wife's place. And I had to visit there and visit his wife, and be there with them, share the place, and look for a job. She was even helping me out for the job, that I had to do. It's casual work. And so I started going through those friends, and I heard those things. It was my brother arguing with his very close friend here in London, and they were sort of blaming each other. In the local speaking words that we normally speak, and they were blaming each other. Actually, that was what I was hearing. I couldn't see them speak, but I know both voices. I know their voice. I could tell their voice, and they were blaming each other over what, I don't know what they were blaming each other, but this one say it's you, this one say it's you, it's all your fault, it's your fault, it's not my fault, and they were blaming each other, that kind of thing. And I could clearly hear it in my ears.